So what is this?
What is what? This whole thing that we're doing?
This entire thing.
This was your idea, man.
Yeah, we're bringing back something that we did back in 2007.
Around there, 2007, 2008.
Back when we had no idea what we were doing.
Oh, yeah. No budget, no idea what the hell we were doing, and way too much Mountain Dew pumping through our little teenage bodies.
I think that was back when Gamer Fuel was, like, the Halo 3 Gamer Fuel.
Ah, yes, Game Fuel, but what the Orange Peripheral was, it was, I don't know, some kind of sketch comedy show that we did back in the day. We just kind of turn on the microphone and we just shoot the shit for, like, 20 minutes or half an hour or whatever. We get these crazy, long, elaborate sketches going on, but I guess we're bringing it back so we can start talking about modern happenings and current events and gaming and stuff like that, and yeah.
Video games, they're the best.
They are sometimes. At least the ones I play.
Yeah, the ones you play are absolute 5-star, solid gold.
Only the best.
I know you have Love Plus somewhere in your collection.
Now, hey, that is for a academic purpose of learning the language, mind you.
To be fair, I've heard a lot of people who are, like, a lot of the people I talk to on Twitter, they're saying, yeah, I'm trying to learn Japanese, but it's such a complicated language.
You don't know the half of it.
Aren't there, like, 4 different types of regular speech?
Oh, God, you've got, like, casual, you've got polite, you've got the kind of speech when you're like, you know, talking to your friends, or talking to your coworkers, talking to people you don't know, you do know, talking on the phone. How do you refer to one person when you're talking to another person? Or it is a mess. But it's a fun mess. It's fun to learn. Go learn Japanese, kids. Don't listen to our podcast.
How many years have you done this? Have you done Japanese?
Oh, about 3, 4, 5 years.
And you still haven't perfected it? What's wrong with you?
It takes a long time, man.
Yeah, I can understand.
Time.
I can totally understand. Oh,
Yeah.
What came out today?
Actually, nothing really came out that I know of, except for something that came up in the eShop.
It's about time, finally!
The Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS demo for the Nintendo 3DS. My god, that is the stupidest fucking name. I am sorry.
I'll deal with it. I mean, what were they going to call it?
Smash Brothers 3DS?
No, I mean, like, wait. So you're saying it should keep its same name?
Well, just call it Super Smash Bros. 3DS. If you're going to keep it simple like that.
No, but now, when you say, I want Super Smash Brothers, people will have to ask, you mean for the Wii U or for the 3DS? And the titles will match!
They're both the same game!
Whoa, it's marketing 101, my friend. If I took anything away from my one marketing class, it's the fact that naming something that silly, it's so crazy it's gotta work.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be, you know, a much bigger game. They're going to, like, add on more of it, because they're going to be more characters and more stages that you get through TLC, like they're doing with Mario Kart 8, so...
Actually, I should mention right now, we're probably going to get into spoilers of the roster, so if you haven't heard or seen anything, chances are in a couple weeks nobody will care, but if you don't want the roster spoiled for you, we'll just say, heads up.
Yeah, so there's a big roster spoiler coming up right now, so if you really don't want to hear that, just skip ahead or just close the video, but...
Duck Hunt.
Fucking Duck Hunt, dog, are you goddamn kidding me?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
And you brought Rob back? You know, if you would have dropped Rob and brought Duck Hunt in, that would have been okay, but...
Apparently, there is an explanation for Rob coming back. It's just the fact that even though he was a really stupid character on the Outlook, he actually played really good in tournaments. But then
I hated that.
Oh, then you've got Duck Hunt, which I think is probably one of the greatest ideas ever to be put in Smash Brothers.
A lot of Fire Emblem, too. I was kind of disappointed in that, too. A lot of Fire Emblem in the roster.
No, there's only 4.
Yeah.
I think it's
4.
It's mainly because Awakening came out last year, and it shot off in popularity. People were like, what the hell is Fire Emblem? Wait, we get to play Awakening? Oh my god, Fire Emblem!
I gotta pick that up. It seems really good.
It is, and I will give you a warning. It does not take prisoners. It doesn't take lightly to beginners. It hates new people.
After playing Dark Souls, I think I can tackle anything.
It's... You're good at strategy games, right? That's basically what it is, but you also have to deal with the fact that people can take more damage from back hits. It's front hit, back hits. It's all over the place with how much strategy it is. You've got people who can fly who deal more damage to horseback riders. It's absolutely insane, and I love it, and it kills me that I haven't finished it yet.
I think that's my problem with chapter-long RPGs, you know, the ones that don't go through any exploration, but they go through chapters and encounters. My problem is that you get roadblocked very easily.
I will say, the story is pretty amazing.
That's why I still haven't beat any of the other Fire Emblems.
Just because it's too hard?
It's because they get to the one stage where 6 bandits come out, and you spend like 2 turns taking out 3 of them, and then 6 more come out, and you're like, well, fuck me.
So it's better than Project X Zone, is what you're saying.
Oh, it's far better than Project X Zone, because Project X Zone was just... We're getting off topic. Let's go back to the roster.
Well, I don't know. We're talking crossovers. Project Cross Zone was one of the biggest crossovers, and then we're talking Smash Brothers.
Crossovers everywhere. Well, hey, everybody loves crossovers because when people love one thing and another thing that are disconnected, they should put them together, and everybody loves it. All
right, I got to hear from you first.
Okay.
What did you think of the demo, play-wise?
You know, I'm going to have to get back to you on that for a full review because I haven't fought against level 9 computers yet, only like level 3s. Because to me, I think that if you want to be a perfect Smash Brothers game, I should be able to go into level 9 because I've been playing Smash Brothers for fucking God knows how many years, you know. I got good. If I can go to level 9 and have no problems difficulty-wise, then it's a perfect transition from console to handheld.
Now,
that said,
yeah,
it's not a perfect transition from console to handheld.
What? Oh, come on.
No, not at all.
Oh, come on.
No way.
Give it a chance.
Now, I'm not saying I hated it. I'm probably going to pick it up. But, what console do you have? Like, what did you play it on?
Well, the only one that's available right now, the 3DS.
No shit. I mean, what 3DS did you play it on?
Oh, XL.
Uh-huh. There you go. I have the original 3DS, and those things are fucking uncomfortable to hold in my gigantic gorilla hands. They are uncomfortable as hell, and I really could not find a comfortable, position to do it. Not only that, but my shoulder buttons have been sticking lately, so I knew it was going to be a handicap there, so...
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed is... With a game with this much pinpoint control, if you have one thing wrong on your system, you're not going to have the 100% experience. And that's actually the first thing I thought of when I found out what the shoulder buttons did in the game. I immediately thought of you in your dying 3DS.
I had better be able to switch from the control, the circle pad to the D-pad when I get the full game, because I felt myself just in vain trying to press the D-pad to go forward, and he just taunt, and it just... Oh.
I actually heard there is no change for the controls.
I hate that. I hate that, man. The controls, it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, the 3DS is not built for this kind of massive action. However, I'm still going to pick this up because... It's kind of cool to be able to just flip open and play a game of Smash, no problem, It runs great, it runs fine. I could probably get used to the controls, but it's just feels sticky and kind of weird sometimes.
That's
I don't mind it, though.
I still think that's your 3DS. Did you actually hear what's going on with Japanese players?
Their circle pads are coming off. and that's what I'm terrified about.
See, that's what I thought of when I played it today. I was thinking, okay, I just got to go easy on the circle pad. And I actually found out that the game runs smoothly. Everybody's moving fast, but you don't have to make a lot of quick movements with the circle pad. So I'm just thinking, is this just a play style that people are doing, like aggravated 3DS playing, in order to make their circle pad fall off? Because I thought it was pretty easy to not, like, jerk it back and forth to get people to move. Like, I barely had to move the circle pad to roll forwards, backwards, or just regularly move.
Well, some people also really take the game seriously, and they destroy controllers doing the combos like,
Yeah, I can understand that. That's why the Wii U version needs to come out now. This is like the best time.
Yeah. The Wii U version is definitely going to be better than the 3DS version, like, bar none. But it will be cool to take it with you, you know.
Exactly. Like, if you're going to a convention, or even if you're just going to a get-together with other gamers, you could just hold it in your pocket. And did you actually hear about the Street Tag function, or Street Pass function?
No, I haven't.
So let's say, for example, I'm going to a convention. I've got my 3DS in my pocket, I've got Smash Brothers ready and waiting. Every person I tag with Street Pass is another fighter to play in succession. So you get to play like a big long tournament with everyone you have Street Passed, and the more you can defeat in succession, the better loot you get.
That's kind of cool.
Now, that's just quoting. I could be completely wrong. Chances are it's something like, you can fight this person and get better loot, but the more you win, the more better loot you get.
We'll have to see when it comes out in a couple of weeks, you know.
Oh, 2 weeks. It can't come fast enough. Now, I'm wondering, from what you've played of it, it actually feels better. Like, when I hit somebody, I feel that impact. When they go flying off in the distance, I see that flying off in the distance. It just feels more like, I don't know, better pieced together. Like, just like I mentioned earlier, when you hit somebody, you feel that impact. You feel them flying. That way you know you did decent damage. What do you think of that?
Yeah, the animation is very smooth. It's very, very well constructed. It looks nice. It just feels like Smash Brothers. That hasn't changed at all. It's not some kind of Smash Brothers knockoff. No, this feels like Smash Brothers on the 3DS. You can't get any further. You can't get any closer than that.
See, I'm just wondering how they did it, because this runs like it would on a console. I didn't notice any slowdown, nothing like that. I even turned the 3D all the way on, and I didn't see any slowdown. I think there was like one time where everybody was shooting a projectile at one time, and it stopped for like a frame, and then it kept going.
If you pause the game, it kind of slowed down a little bit for me there. Like, move the camera around, but I think the reason why it runs so smoothly is because of that border. I might be wrong, but I think it's that black border around the characters that makes it run smoother.
Okay, I can see where you're coming. Actually, they give you the option when you play the full version to remove that outline, or to make it. You can change the amount of outline your character has. You can even remove it. It's just all these articles I'm reading make it sound better and better because of all the good choices that have been made. And now for some of the bad choices.
Well, there were 5 characters in the demo. It was Mario, Pikachu, Link, Villager, and Mega Man. I hate the way the announcer says Villager.
Villager.
It's like, Villager. It's like he's a sinister bad guy or something like that. This game's winner is Villager.
Well, if you remember from the trailer, people were drawing the Villager in like holding an axe, a bloodied axe, just because of how he showed up in the trailer. He had the distant black eyes. He's like a doll's eyes. He's gonna kill you in your sleep. Oh, a horror movie with Villager. And it just has the regular Animal Crossing theme playing in the background as he's coming up to your door and hacking it down.
Well, what kind of horror movie is it going to be? Is it going to be like an actual, honest-to-God, scary horror movie? Or is it going to be like a campy kind of, This summer, animal die. Sing.
The animal has been crossed. He is now out for revenge.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, I can see it now. It writes itself. Now, the opening roster. What you saw in the demo, all of those characters, you get to start with. Who are you going to play first?
Fox.
Oh, that's boring. Fox. You don't want to use any of the new people?
You don't understand my personal connection with Fox and what we went through in Melee, man.
Yeah, you were kind of unstoppable, because around the time we started this thing, we were playing Smash Brothers at school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got in trouble for that one time, actually.
I think we all did. They told us to, put away the console, but this is like 5 weeks after we started doing the thing.
Yeah, so hey, it was a good 5 weeks, but what I would do is I would bring my GameCube, I'd bring Melee with me, and I don't know if they still have them anymore, but you can probably still pick them up, but there was like a screen that could fit on top of your GameCube, so you can like take it everywhere. It would turn yourself into a portable GameCube, and it was fucking awesome. Kicked ass.
You see, with that small screen, I couldn't get the full effect, therefore I could never beat you with Fox, which is why I hate Fox.
Right, you just keep telling yourself that.
I hate Fox so much. I'm so glad that whenever we play Brawl, I can actually beat you because you choose Wolf, and he's a terrible character.
I like playing Wolf, though, because he's got a lot of power, and his tank, I love killing people with the tank. my favorite move is to get in the tank. Then when people try to jump over me, that's when I hover, and then I go off the screen, so they fly off the screen.
We're gonna have fun with this thing. Woo!
Oh, yes, we do have fun with this thing. All the time.
I think I'm gonna try out all the new characters at least once, just to see how they play. Because as soon as I started the demo, I was terrible with Mega Man and the Villager, because I knew nothing about them.
Well, I'm pretty okay with Mega Man. If you just kind of keep moving, he's got a lot of good power, but the Villager, I hate the Villager.
Do tell.
The thing about me is that because I've been playing Fox so much, I have a natural tendency to do the forward smash. And with Fox, he kind of does like that kind of twirly kick, Teddy-ah! That kind of thing, whatever. Yeah. But with the Villager, he drops a bowling ball, which has no fucking range at all.
There is one...
None.
I have noticed there is one good thing about that bowling ball. And they actually showed it in the trailer. If you drop it on somebody who's hanging off the edge, that'll hit them hard.
I guess, but, no one's really hanging on the edge long enough for me to drop a bowling ball anyway.
The Villager is very broken.
I don't even know what the fuck his down B does.
His down B plants a tree, you press down B again, he waters it, and then when the tree comes up, that counts as an attack.
Okay.
And then you can cut it down and cause even bigger damage. So it's a progressive move that gets stronger and stronger every time.
I got a feeling that the movesets may have been tweaked for some of the characters, because I haven't played as Mario or Pikachu yet, but I did play as Link, and he felt kind of different,
That's what I love about this new Smash Brothers. If you run and press the A button, I guess, he will do a jump slash, and that is the greatest thing.
I do like that, yeah. I do like the bevy of new attacks that they give you. That's
oh my god.
A nice touch, yeah. Very nice touch.
Oh, it is so good, because I was playing a few matches, and I was doing pretty okay as Link, and then as soon as I found out I could do that, I was jumping over projectiles to smash people, clear off the stage. It is very overpowered.
So I gotta worry that this is not going to be a very balanced game.
Oh, Lord, no. It's incredibly unbalanced, and from what I heard, they nerfed Jigglypuff's Rest.
Wow.
The move that does one-hit kills in every other Smash Brothers, now it does, 50 damage.
Ike is in the game, right?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait!
I wonder if they nerfed Ike and Meta Knight, because I remember they were fucking broken as hell in Brawl all the fucking time.
Ike was extremely powerful, but he was slow as shit.
Oh, yeah.
But Meta Knight, yes, he was very, very broken. Well, see, now, as soon as we figure out which characters are banned from tournaments, we'll know which ones are broken.
All of them.
Every single one has been tweaked so much that they're all banned from tournaments.
Well, actually, I'm just excited to use my Mii in Smash Brothers because I want to kick every Nintendo character's ass and be the ultimate Nintendo character. Live out a power fantasy of mine.
Your very own fan fiction.
Come to life.
Oh my gosh. What else did I have to say about that? We definitely have to play some games.
Mm-hmm.
I will gladly upload those. We will see who is the better smasher.
I wonder if I can upload some of those old, really, really old Brawl files I have on my Wii.
I still have a few. I think I have the one where I was using King DDD and I couldn't get out of the rushing water from Jungle Japes.
I have that one. That was a great one.
I fucking hate that. Because as soon as you fall in the water, DDD is so slow, you can't jump out of the water. And I was constantly jumping, like doing the up B to jump out of the water and falling straight back in it again. So it was a constant loop for about 3 revolutions. Then I was like, oh, forget it. I'll just die. I wonder if I do still have that. That would be funny.
It was like about 5 times it happened.
It was pretty bad. Oh.
And then I closed it because like, oh wait, I gotta save this for future generations.
For the future, yes. This is how bad we were at Smash Brothers when Brawl
Wait,
came
you're
out.
the one playing DDD.
That was a mistake.
But I think I also have some of my other favorite ones where I have my Hell stages.
Yeah.
My favorite in particular was where I have just 4 little tiny, well-spaced out platforms at the very top and like 1 small platform at the bottom, just enough for everyone to, start. And that's it.
You could see that as a little unfair.
Because all the players of Smash are unfair to me, I'm going to make levels that are unfair to them.
Well, actually, a lot of creativity came from the level maker because people were figuring out how to make... do you know what a sticker and CD factory is? Yeah,
I actually made a couple of those.
Those are brilliant. I still don't have all the CDs and stickers, but I just wanted to bring it up. People can be creative sometimes.
And then every level's going to be shaped like a dick.
You just got to ruin it sometimes. That's only for Little Big Planet, though, because then you can make it into an HD dick.
Well, the Wii U's going to be in HD, so you can have HD penises.
But what if there's no level creator?
That would stink, actually. It'd be kind of cool if they left in a level creator.
I don't know how they would. I think that would take a lot more time to make, wouldn't it? Because mainly they were just focusing on, a simple story mode, or not story mode, but a simple adventure mode, a classic mode, all stars, and then that's it.
Well, if they had to remove one thing, I'm glad they did that, because they added in Create a Fighter, so that's really cool.
That is nice, yeah. And to be fair, Subspace Emissary, while it was cool, the ending wasn't cool.
I don't even, remember Subspace Emissary. I blazed through it once to get all the unlockables, and then once I got everything, I never touched it again.
You know what? Good, because as soon as you play through all of Subspace Emissary and you get to, the Dark World, or whatever you want to call it, where Taboo is, you have to play through all the stages again in the giant maze. That's annoying. So annoying. Oh my god. I don't even want to think about it, just because I spent an hour in that maze just trying to beat the game to get Sonic.
It's got Masahiro Sakurai's fingerprints all over it, that Subspace Emissary.
He's got his fingerprints on all the Smash Brothers. What are you talking about?
I know, but it just feels like a game that he makes, I feel like I've played something it feels very Kirby-like. And in the way it's structured, in the way it progresses, all that. It feels very much like that.
I agree. Now, for DLC, have you seen the roster picture? The entire roster. Have you seen the picture?
I haven't seen the DLC.
There is a space for at least 5 more characters. And that's actually going to be a video I'm making for Nintendo Month this year, is top 5 candidates for DLC for Smash Bros.
Jesus!
Ones that make sense. So Goku.
Allah!
You and your religious figures. Nah, but I think I've got some pretty good candidates, and I also reached out to other people on what they thought should be in it. So it should be interesting.
I hope that they're interesting because, I think that Smash Brothers is going to be a lot like Mario Kart 8, because I think what Nintendo's doing now to make their games last longer, I think they're just going to be adding on to their existing games. Like Mario Kart 8, they're adding more drivers, they're adding more tracks, and I think they can continue to do that for as long as they need to kind of give a fresh start on the game.
I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, that's
Are
fine
you
with
kidding?
me.
More Mario Kart 8, more Smash Brothers? Are you kidding me?
It'd be kind of cool if they would apply that to other games as well.
Well,
They start doing that, like they add new features to Animal Crossing through an update or more DLC. It's like Nintendo is now finally embracing this whole online thing, and they've caught up to last generation. And
it's taken them long enough.
But now that it's been perfected, they can do it, semi-right at least.
It's kind of like they, just as you said, they're late to the party, so they're just thinking like, oh, people will just accept our games, the good games that we make correctly the first time, and they'll last forever. And then they're seeing how, you can make even more content onto your game. And they're like, no, we can't go against our roots. Forget it. Okay, this is starting to look really good. Okay, fine. As far as Wii U integration, it's actually a lot better than the Wii.
Yeah, I think I like the Wii U better than the Wii, because while the Wii was awesome when it first came out, the novelty wore off pretty damn quickly.
No kidding. In fact, I use my Wii as a GameCube, if that tells you anything.
I'm getting a lot of use out of the Wii U right now, let me tell you that much. It's great playing Mario Kart 8, I use it to watch Netflix all the time.
I've never tried Netflix on there. Is it better than just watching on a regular TV or computer?
It's Netflix for the Wii U. I will say, though, the YouTube app sucks. Hard.
YouTube apps have always sucked. I'll even say that the YouTube app on the iPhone is terrible, because it is.
It's better than the one on the PS3.
We don't talk about the one on the PS3. That one sucks, too. They all suck. YouTube sucks. The entire system sucks. Just burn it all. Destroy everything.
I dislike YouTube.
It's not
I'm
all
going
about
to give it
me.
a red thumbs down.
Oh, they're not colored anymore because they don't want you to feel bad if you get a thumbs down.
Yeah.
So you can't make Sith lightsabers anymore. That's so disappointing.
Whatever.
So do you want to move on to your stupid topic?
My stupid topic? Okay, fine. Let's talk about my stupid-ass topic. Tokyo Game Show.
Yes! Completely forgot that was a topic.
I haven't really seen much from Tokyo Game Show. I haven't been keeping up on trailers lately.
There aren't too many worth noting unless you like Pac-Man Ghostly Adventures 2. I'm just kidding. Few really good ones came out of nowhere. Got Bloodborne.
Forgot what that was. Was that From Software's new thing?
Yes. It's
Right.
It's Dark Souls, but in a Halloween theme, basically.
Well, I don't know why they say it's like Dark Souls. Apparently people had never played Armored Core.
Well, they're thinking with recent times, because a lot of people are comparing older games to Dark Souls.
For the record, Armored Core kicks ass.
I've never played it. Any good? Well, you just said it kicks ass, but whatever.
I kind of filled in the blanks for myself, but From Software specializes in setting up a setting for you, but not giving you a whole lot of story, so you do the story yourself pretty much.
Well, that makes sense.
But they focus specifically on gameplay. All their games have really, really good gameplay.
I really need to play Dark Souls.
It's hard.
I can deal with hard. I mean, I play Ninja Gaiden for fun.
This is a different kind of hard, though, I think.
I still haven't beaten any of them. No, wait. I've beaten the DS one and the NES one on the 3DS.
Well, the DS one was easy, and you probably used save states on the NES, didn't you?
Shut up. Hey, I was doing pretty good. In fact, I was going through about 4 or 5 levels without dying. I thought that was pretty good.
You got good.
Or at least without game overs.
Yeah.
Because you'll still die, no matter what.
Well, really the only game I cared about from Tokyo Game Show was Dai Gyakuten Saiban.
It looks so cool!
Ace Attorney in the Meiji era.
Yes, Meiji, excuse me.
Meiji era.
Sorry, I'll get it right. My American swineness is showing.
Yeah. Oink oink.
Is that all you have to say to me?
Sui.
Okay, close enough.
Alright, anyway. I'm not sure how the game's gonna be, actually.
Looks like they're bringing in a lot of new stuff.
Because, at first there was one thing that kind of bothered me, and then I watched the trailer. Now there's another thing that bothers me, so I'm looking at this thing going, oh.
Do tell.
The first thing that bothered me is fucking Watson. Jesus Christ, why is she an 8-year-old girl?
Because she's so goddamn smart. And marketable.
Okay, why is she 8 years old? Why is she a she? And 8 years old, don't give me that crap with, literal prodigy. She's got a doctorate in forensics or whatever. Come on. What? No.
I think they're dipping their feet into their anime roots.
They did that already.
Oh, but they're doing it more.
Yeah.
What I'm just wondering isn't there a large time difference between the Meiji era and the time of Sherlock Holmes?
Not really.
Oh, really? Am I just far off?
How far ago do you think the Meiji era was?
I don't know. Maybe that's my problem.
1830s, yo.
Oh, just the 1830s, really?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Then it makes a bit more sense, but I always thought Sherlock Holmes was more of a, at the very least, early 1900s.
I think it was earlier than that. I think it was in the 1800s.
Wow, I really need to do my history research.
Read a book, damn it.
Uncultured and I know nothing about history.
Stop playing your sick dancing idol games and read a damn history book.
I got rhythm.
Educate yourself.
The game tells me I've got rhythm.
You got rhythm, but you ain't got no book smarts.
I am uneducated. So I am basically a typical American. Uneducated, stupid, and I smell like pig.
Well, let me get to the second thing that kind of bothered me when I saw the trailer.
Do it.
It shows this new old Phoenix meeting Sherlock Holmes. And at first, when they said it was going to be like a trek from Japan to England, I thought they were going to be solving cases around the world. It's like, oh, they're going to be in India one time, they're going to be in Africa the next, they're going to be in France the next. But it sounds like it's going to be a crossover between Phoenix Wright and
and Sherlock Holmes.
Between Phoenix Wright and Sherlock Holmes, and I think that's going to really hold it back.
I see where you're coming from.
You're going to be focusing too much on this partnership between these two side characters and not focusing a lot on these two main characters. Because they look kind of bland. They don't look like they have a lot of personality. And it looks like all the personality in the whole show is going to come from these two side characters, Sherlock and Watson. And I really got a feeling that's going to bring everything down and just kind of mush everything up. I don't know.
That's you being unhopeful for change. Or you just really don't like the idea of Sherlock Holmes and Watson.
No, it's because I can identify the tropes and I kind of know which direction it's going to be taking them. But then again, Shu Takumi has never disappointed me once.
Now, what if the story goes in a different direction than what you're thinking, and Sherlock Holmes and Watson are just there for holiday?
If that's so, then that's fine. But the trailer led me believe that it's going to be like, a whole game thing,
Yeah, I can kind of see that. But just imagine if Sherlock Holmes and Watson just happen to come where Ancient Phoenix is, and he just happens to come across like the biggest scandal in the world. So now they got to figure it out together.
That might work, I guess, but...
That could work. Come on, have some faith in the writers.
It's not the writers I don't have faith in. It's Capcom I don't have faith in.
I'm sure they'll do fine. Ace Attorney, they've never really steered
whenever
it
they get
too
a sixth
far
installment, whenever they get a sixth installment, things go wrong. Remember Mega Man X6?
Do you remember Mega Man 6?
Well, actually, I love Mega Man 6, but...
oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I actually love Mega Man 6.
Oh.
But the thing is, no one else played it because it was made exclusively in America, so no one took to it as much.
Oh, well, yeah.
Mega Man X6 was just kind of like Mega Man X5, except more bullshittingly hard for no reason. Do you remember Resident Evil 6?
I haven't finished it yet.
Don't worry, nobody remembers that game because it was so boring and bland. So I'm just worried that this is just going to be a boring and bland, typical, setting or whatnot. I don't think it's have no substance to it. It's just going to be characters meandering around doing stupid things.
But you also got to think of what franchise they're dealing with. Like, Resident Evil has always had a stupid story, and they could only make it stupider with more iterations. And Mega Man has had the same story since day one.
Well, what happens is that they take themselves too seriously.
In a Phoenix Wright game?
No, I mean, it takes itself too seriously. I mean, look at Resi 6.
See, that's the problem. That's why I said the stories have been stupid. Jill Sandwich. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's been like a self-referential kind of thing, and that's what they've done in other Capcom games. But Resident Evil doesn't really do that a whole lot. Yeah, you see a nod here and there, but for the most part, they take everything really damn seriously. This is the same game where they uttered, "She's just a terrorist." End of story.
Now, Resident Evil 5, to give it some credit, it may have been a boring HD rehash of Resident Evil 4, but goddamn is it fun with another person.
Yeah, they're fun co-op games, but from what it used to be, the original single-player survival horror, it's nothing anymore.
I think this is why they're going back in time and bringing HD ports of their older, more successful games to current-gen consoles.
They're just remaking Resident Evil again. They didn't say anything about Resi 2 or 3 or anything like that.
See, that's the problem. If they want money, if Capcom, I've got my wallet right here, if you want my money, remake 2 and 3, put it in one bundle, either make it HD or just redo the entire thing, because they do have problems. Trust me, they have their problems. But if you just use your current graphics system, you are one of the best companies that has some of the best graphics I have ever seen in any game. Use that, remake 2 and 3, package it all together, ship it out for a decent price, stop making sequels to spin-offs, Revelations 2.
They keep making the wrong kinds of games.
I know, and that's what makes me sad.
We didn't need Lost Planet 3. We didn't need Resident Evil 6 with 3 separate campaigns. We didn't need fucking anything else that they've done.
I know, and that's what makes me sad, because Capcom used to be great, and then they started to lose money and become money grubbing.
Yeah, now for a while they were making a new fighting game every single goddamn year. It was ridiculous.
And right now, they're making another Street Fighter.
They've already made it. It's Ultra Street Fighter 4.
No, there's another one coming.
Oh,
They're hiring new people for Street Fighter 5.
It's just too soon. They don't think about the lasting appeals of their games that they used to have, and they just throw whatever crap that they have strung together and insert modern gaming marketing political commentary here.
What's really weird is their visual novel aspect. I doubt that will ever change in quality. You might not get the best impact you get, because you will always claim that Trials and Tribulations was your favorite Phoenix Wright game, right?
Absolutely, and I still intend on picking up the the trilogy on 3DS.
Me too, and that's what gets me every time, is a franchise that did really well. If it comes out with a re-release, I have to get it.
Well, that depends on what kind of re-release we're talking about, because
Well,
Konami's been having problems with HD remixes and HD collections lately.
see, we should just cancel the whole HD thing, because it's not really making things HD. I'm going to bring up another example. It's from Capcom, Resident Evil 4 and Code Veronica HD. They literally put an HD filter over it and made the text legible.
It made it look nicer, and it probably changed the aspect ratio. I'm sure that's a big thing.
That was a big thing. I played through all of Resident Evil 4 HD on the Xbox, and it controls a bit better. Of course, I'll always stick with the GameCube and the Wiimote and Nunchuck. And you had everything that was in the PS2 version, the Wii version, all packaged into a downloadable version, $20, but nothing changed because everything that was in that was in the Wii version. They just made it look nicer.
That's what you're looking for, and it looks nicer. So you pay for the same game that looks nicer.
I just wish they would do more.
They've already done more. I mean, they've already done 5. They've already done 6. You think they're just going to drop everything and go back to that dev kit and make another chapter to 4? It's a little late for that.
Well, I'm not meaning another chapter to 4.
Well, what more did you expect?
Well, I'm meaning something more worth my money, like adding in a new weapon or two, changing certain aspects of the story, like adding in a separate campaign. That's what the PS2 version did.
Again, they have to go back to the dev kit. They'd have to rehire all the old voice actors. They'd have to probably talk to the original people who worked on it, who probably don't even work there anymore, because this game is about 10 years old now. What did you expect?
See, this is why they need to go back and remake 2 and 3, because Leon has a new actor, Claire has had her same actor since day 1, Ada's got a new actress. You just need to bring in all the new people and old people, redo those two. Make them look damn good with the graphics engine you have now, and then it'll sell. I guarantee a remake of 2 and 3 will sell immediately.
At the very least, Resident Evil 1 through 3 HD, or at least, beefed up graphically. You can keep the same voice bits, you can keep everything the same, just make the PS1 graphics not look as blocky, get new HD textures on there, maybe behind the back camera or whatever, and then you're fine.
See, this is what I don't get. Come on, guys. It's not... I'm not a developer by any means, but it doesn't seem that difficult to me. Am I wrong?
It's more difficult to upgrade a PS1 game from HD than it is to upgrade a PS2 game from HD. In fact, that's actually really easy. That's what people have been doing all this time.
So, here's my thought. Why don't they use this HD port of Resident Evil Remake in that 1, 2, and 3 collection you were talking about?
What do you do with the other two, then?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you release the remaster now, you go back and make 2 and 3 look next-gen, you make them look nice, you completely redo them, you change some of the aspects, and you update them, and then you say, well, if you haven't gotten remaster yet, here is this, and 2, and 3, $60 price tag, you've got me.
But that's the whole thing about remaking it, because they remade Resident Evil 1 for the GameCube from the ground up. That means they're going to have to do that again for 2 and 3, long before anyone stopped caring about those.
Yeah,
it's going to be really hard to do that, and Capcom's not interested in making correct games right now to help their company.
They're too busy not making money to make money, basically.
Which isn't really making money.
No, it's not. They're making a lot of dumb decisions. So let's talk about a company that is making a good decision. Konami.
The Phantom Pain, yes.
The Phantom Pain, which got a new trailer, that Fox engine, man, that is one sexy engine.
I've been following the Fox engine ever since it started because I was really, really intrigued by the lighting, because lighting is actually a very, very difficult thing to do in any kind of programming or any kind of computer imagery, because you got to think about the shading, the reflections, the source of the light, how different things react on different textures, and to make it look that good, you know, that's just incredible. You've got some smart engineers on the Kojima team over there, let me tell you what.
And you also look at the characters they're making, they look goddamn real.
I know. It's you've got great art direction, you've got great talent working on that. I love the Fox engine. I'm actually thinking about picking up Pro Evolution Soccer 2014 just so I can have a Fox engine soccer game.
You are a sheep to the Fox engine. You dare buy a soccer game just because it looks good on the Fox engine?
Well, the fox has bitten the sheep.
Oh my, that's, goddamn, that's really good. Yes, my mind is currently on the back wall right now. You blew it so hard. But another thing is... Yeah, I'm sorry. Silent Hills.
I haven't really seen much of Silent Hills because I want to, kind of stay away from it. And I haven't really, played a lot of Silent Hill to begin with, but it's a series I really want to get into because I am a lover of Asian horror. I think that horror is the best when it's subtle and it's relatable and it's also mysterious and gives you a sense of dread. If you know everything about the character or the scene in particular, if you know every cliche, well then that's not really a horror movie, is it?
We've got a problem then.
What's that? Because
the last 3 or 4 Silent Hills were made by American developers, so it's all shooty gun action.
Oh, I'm not even counting those. I'm talking about the good Silent Hills here.
Okay, you got me there.
That said, I do kind of want to pick up Shattered Memories, the one for the Wii.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, if anything, the fact that you don't get ammunition is already a sell for me.
It looks pretty cool too. I like the snow aspect. I love games that have to do around winter. That's why I got the original Lost Planet to begin with, because it was a winter-based game and it was actually kind of fun to play.
Yeah, you can also, fuck with people's vision. You got snow falling, you got fog, and you look off in the distance. Is that something that's going to kill me? I don't know.
It's probably the best Silent Hill made by a Western developer.
Which is saying something.
Yeah.
Let me talk Silent Hills for a second, and then we'll move on to something else. Because there is one more trailer that came out of Tokyo Game Show that I absolutely adore.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, Silent Hills, you got Kojima, you got Del Toro, you put them together, you give them the Fox engine, and you can make some pretty awesome looking shit. Have you seen any gameplay for PT?
Yeah.
It looks photo perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So
that Fox engine.
Dat Fox engine, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
God damn. But it looks good, it sounds good, and then you also have somebody that likes to fuck with the players. You got 2 people who love to fuck with their audience. That is the best combination for Silent Hill.
I don't think Del Toro likes to fuck with his audience. I think he just has a very, very vivid imagination, a very, very distinct art style. Anything that he touches turns to gold, I think,
I would definitely agree. He's definitely got that imagination aspect, but you also got to think he's got a good way with
folklore, mythology. I think that his style would be right at home in Silent Hill.
Kind of like out of this world imagery, like you can't tell if what you're seeing is real or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing a little bit of research on it because I don't want to spoil anything for me. It's basically looking at PT, which was a glorified trailer for Silent Hills, but you just got to think of how much ingenuity actually went in to making a demo for a trailer. And if this is an example of what's going to be happening in Silent Hills, you had me as soon as we opened the first door.
Have you ever seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Yes, I have. Then that's one of the examples I will always use when talking Del Toro.
Mm-hmm. That's the example you use when you talk Del Toro.
No. Okay. Yes, yeah. It is pretty stunning. Let me tell you about one thing. How much have you seen of PT?
I know Norman Reedus is in it, which is kind of funny to me.
Yeah, it is. Like, you've got big names everywhere in here. Norman Reedus, Kojima, Del Toro.
Just have Kojima do every Konami franchise from now on.
I think you mentioned this before. Like, have him do. What's another franchise that needs help?
I'm waiting for the Kojima Goemon.
Oh my god!
See that blue-haired little freak with the Fox engine? That'll be great.
He looks like hyper realistic, and it would just
you see that crazy shine on the little coin that he's holding. And he throws it.
Look at it from any angle, and you see all of the glare.
He throws it. Goes in slow motion. Camera angles.
Whoa! And then
that's it.
I kind of want to see that now. I'm not gonna lie. I really
I know, right?
want to see Kojima play Goemon.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, that'd be great.
But essentially, Kojima's past with using different aspects of the player and the game as elements for his games. For example, Psycho Mantis and putting your controller down and having him vibrate it.
Mm-hmm.
In PT, you're looking for different pieces of a picture, and one of them is actually in the pause screen.
Oh, God, that is awesome.
You actually have to pause your game, and it's actually in the... you know how you can adjust the lighting for images, and it says when you can't see the right picture, you're at the right light to play this game?
Mm-hmm.
If you actually turn up the light a bit and you zoom, you can actually use a gameplay element from the game. You have to zoom in, look at the brain scan that's on there to find the piece of picture.
That's just so cool. Kojima understands movies and he understands games, and I think he's been trying to marry those two for quite some time. Kojima now is better than what he used to be.
No kidding.
Metal Gear Solid, that was a fluke.
Yeah.
a pretty big fluke.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Let's just take all of my ideas, throw them against the wall, see what sticks.
But that was all of his combination of work. That was his magnum opus pretty much. And I think he tried to mirror that kind of grandeur in Metal Gear Solid 2, and a lot went wrong there.
If you also think about it, you give him a new toy, he likes to play with toys.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new toys.
He likes to challenge, how the medium is perceived. He changes how the game is played, what it means, and they stick with you for a much longer amount of time.
I can actually see that.
You can pop. I mean, you popped in Metal Gear Solid 3 today. It still feels like it was just released last week. I mean, it's great.
I did well. The not the Snake Eater version, the newer version.
Yeah, the HD version. The HD version is obviously not old, but
Did you actually play the Snake Eater version of Metal Gear Solid 3?
I have a Snake Eater version.
Top down for the entire game ruined it.
You get used to it.
Well, I still like that they gave you the option of...
It just kind of sucks when you have to start moving backwards.
Yeah. So I'm really glad they came out with a newer version that let you play with Snake completely in front of you, so you could see his back, you could see everything.
Mm-hmm. Camera really, really, really helped a lot.
Did you actually hear that Kojima might be using Project Morpheus for Silent Hills?
What's Project Morpheus again?
Sony's version of the Oculus Rift.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
He's gonna mess with people. You already know it. One more thing out of Tokyo Game Show, and it came before the show even started. Persona 5 trailer.
Ah, yes, the new Persona 5.
Did you happen to watch it?
I did not. I'm too busy worrying about Persona Q, wondering if I'm going to like it or not.
You want me to give it a test drive?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Have you played any... Well, you've played Strange Journey, so you know what the gameplay's like as far as the first-person grid movement?
Well, I like Strange Journey for a variety of reasons, actually.
People felt real.
I liked the feeling of dread, the mystery. It really did feel like a new Strange Journey.
It's like that's what they went for.
There's a lot of really subtle social commentary, well, sometimes subtle social commentary put in there, and it had a really good feel to it. The gameplay felt good. Grinding didn't feel too bad. But I'm worried that Persona Q is just going to be that, but the difficulty is going to be hiked way, way up to the point of it's not going to be that much fun anymore. And I'm still reeling from Conception 2, so I'm really skeptical about getting excited over Atlas RPGs anymore.
Oh, give it a rest. That was... If one thing, Atlas brought it over for people who wanted to try it.
No, dude, that was Atlas and Spike Chunsoft together at last. That was like two of my dream companies coming together to make an awesome game, and they shit in my face and in my 3DS, and I can't get the smell out.
No, they've already done it before. They did it with the first game.
Yeah, so what's wrong with this game, then?
Well, Conception 1 wasn't that good either.
Probably better than this.
You can download it, whatever. But anyway, Persona 5, we got a new dude. Automatic points for having glasses, according to my sisters.
So wait a minute, what happens when he goes into the fog world?
We don't know if there's going to be a fog world, and I love how many people have tried to dissect the trailer. First of all, it shows an image of a bunch of ads, or not ads, more like newspaper clippings in the subway train. So a lot of headlines are going on, and everybody translated it to, basically the world's gone to shit. And it's basically reflecting a lot of the problems we're dealing with right now in the real world. So they're going to touch on normal, everyday problems, or world problems, I should say. Another thing they're going to be focusing on a lot is cell phones.
Well, the thing that Persona has always been good about is, well, at least in the later games, is relatability.
Yeah?
They've all been very real, very, well, you know what I mean, but they've been very modern, very, very relatable to the player, I think.
And probably one of the cooler things is, in Persona 4, you had kind of the out-in-the-country motif.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, you're in the big city, and what looks like, I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Shibuya?
Sure. Shibuya.
It looks like it's modeled, this new city is modeled after Shibuya. So we've got now a big city aspect, as opposed to out in the country.
What was Persona 3, then?
Persona 3 was... It wasn't a big city, it was more like just a rural town, I guess. Well,
I wouldn't go that far.
technically it was a city, but not as big as this. Let's say that.
Bigger than Inaba, smaller than Shibuya. How's that?
Yeah, let's go with that. And that's all we got, as well as a release date of next year for Japan, which means we have to wait longer here in the States.
Worth the wait, I bet. Hopefully.
They did the smart move, and right when they released the date, they also said for PS3 and PS4, and I was like, okay, good job, guys.
That's good. Yeah.
Good job. Okay, we've got something here. And that's basically all that has come out for that game, and pretty much all that was worth noting from Tokyo Game Show so far.
Alrighty. Well, here's a couple more topics I want to talk about. One of them I really want to go by just really, really quickly, because
Please.
It's just kind of stink. Fucking.
So say it lightning fast, and let's be done with it.
Gamergate.
It's dumb.
It's done, hopefully.
Thank God. So now we can get over it.
All of this was just completely stupid. I just want to say my final thoughts on it, then we'll move on.
Thank you.
The thing about this is, this was never any sort of thing about harassment. This is just gamers whining about something because, you know, I don't even know what the fuck they're whining about. They just gotta complain about something. Always complaining. And just, I'm rambling.
No, that's pretty much my sentiments. Everybody has to complain about something to feel better about themselves.
I didn't give a shit about Gamergate because I was too busy playing video games to worry about being oppressed or whatever.
Wait. Are you saying you're a gamer and you play video games?
Shocking, I know, but that's the naked truth.
Oh my God, that's all the solution we needed?
That's all we needed. Just play the damn video games and shut the fuck up.
Thank you. See, that's all. Okay, we're done. Just completely destroy that topic. On to probably one of the more fun ones.
Depends on who you're asking.
UDJ and I are going to do a race. A few races.
What kind of a race? A few races, you're asking?
Well, I've been thinking about Let's Playing Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World for the longest time, and I couldn't figure out how to do it without rehashing old things, because I was originally going to have you in for this, and I was just gonna, do what I do normally, play through the levels and commentate after the fact. And then I had a different idea.
What was that?
Race through every single level, no warps. If we do end up using warp zones, it'll be just for like a mock video to see who can beat it the fastest with warps. But this is going to be going through all of Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World, level by level, to see who can beat them the fastest. That includes lost levels.
That one's going to be a fun one.
Yes, it is. Now, there is no set point onto when these will be released. We're shooting for November. And basically what you're going to see is the older games are going to be straight races, or we're going to play through like 2 worlds per video just to see who can get through it faster. And we're still figuring out some of the arrangements to where who gets what game on their channel. We're going to split it up so that everybody gets some time in the sun. And I honestly can't wait for Super Mario World. That's one of my favorites, and I know where a lot of the levels are. Hopefully.
I've been getting some practice done on my emulators and working on some of that, so... I've been getting some practice done, and you're going down.
Oh, you better be practicing, because I am so good at Mario games, you have no idea. You wouldn't be able to tell looking at my Super Mario 64 footage, but I'm pretty good at other Mario games.
Are you as good as Mario games like how you're good at Sonic games?
Oh, I suck at Sonic games. I will openly admit. Don't you even dare bring up Sonic and the Secret Rings. I got rid of that game because it sucks.
Oh, no!
That game sucks so bad. Terrible.
That's only bad because you're bad at it. Yeah.
Well, no, a lot of Sonic games are pretty terrible. Just like Sonic Adventure, it hasn't aged well.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Go back and play it today, you'll see what I mean. Then again, I didn't play it on the Dreamcast, and then when I finally did play it on the Dreamcast, it still wasn't good, so...
Everything's better on the Dreamcast.
Which just recently had a birthday, so happy birthday, Dreamcast.
Everything's better with the podcast.
That better not be a catchphrase.
Better not be. If so, it's going on a t-shirt.
We're instantly selling out after the first podcast episode. It's like, hey, you like this podcast? Buy our shirts.
$1 million YouTube stars.
Woohoo! Yes!
Yeah!
Finally! I can quit my job and just become a YouTube star. I'll yell over a microphone all day if you pay me enough.
If only.
Oh, the life of the future.
So
what do you think? Do you think this will continue to be a thing?
Well, we'll just see how it goes over, you know. I don't mind keeping up on certain current events happening in this messed up gaming world we live in.
It's a pretty messed up gaming world.
No, it totally is. But hey, thanks for sticking around for the first episode of this podcast thing.
Yep, so just remember, we're the Orange Peripheral, or if you want to talk in recent gamer terms, we are OP.
Oh, yeah.